What is the warrior mindset? The warrior mindset is the mindset that essentially you are making the commitment that you are not going to give up no matter what. You have a goal. That goal may be survival, that goal may be something else, but you're going to go over it, under it, around it, or through that obstacle that is in your way. It could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be something else. But the mindset of a warrior is different than a regular fighter. And a fighter is someone who most times is going to be constrained by some rules, or they're acting under orders to do something or to achieve a certain goal or destination or outcome. And if there is some sort of obstacle that they are unable to easily deal with, they may end up turning back or not fulfilling the mission. Well, a warrior doesn't think that way. A warrior has no fear. They have no fear of loss. They are not afraid to take risks. They know that they have to do whatever it takes for them to achieve the successful outcome of the situation. In a survival or self-defense scenario, what that means is they're going to win at any cost. That means you are going to bite, scratch, claw, poke, punch, kick, whatever it takes to survive the attack that is imminent or is now upon you. Giving up is not an option. So having that mindset prior to being confronted with a situation that you could find yourself in is something that I really stress that you need to familiarize yourself with, and know that you have to make that commitment ahead of time. The time to ask yourself the question whether or not you are able to do something isn't when it's happening, it's before it happens. And this scenario has been described by both military personnel as well as people in the police department, where they have a situation that they're confronted with that they never envisioned before, and all of a sudden they're unable to act because they're not quite sure how to respond. Well, you need to know how to respond. You need to know how to, those questions that you have to ask yourself before the need arises. And if you can do that and you can answer that question honestly, completely, and with conviction to yourself, you know that if and when something happens, you're going to be able to act appropriately and do whatever it takes in order to survive. And that is what it's all about. I mean, survival self-defense is all about survival and doing whatever it takes to overcome the challenge that you're faced with, whatever that challenge happens to be. The warrior mindset is something that we can apply to all aspects of our life. If you're in a relationship and you're committed to that relationship with some other person, giving up is not an option. You need to have the mindset of a warrior. You're going to overcome any obstacles that stand in your way. It could be something in your relationship with your children. You don't give up on a relationship with them. You do whatever it takes to make it work, to have a happy, healthy child. So these are the sorts of things that you have to commit to. And giving up is not an option. In your job, you have something that you have to deal with. You're presented with a task that you need to perform for your job. Well, it's your job. You have to do something. You can't run into a problem and give up. So the warrior mindset in our personal and professional lives is more of like a problem-solving mindset. It's not, oh, well, I ran into a problem and I don't know how to deal with it, I'm going to give up. It's, okay, here's a problem. What are my potential solutions? How can I address this problem? What can I do to get around this issue? Can I eliminate it? Can I modify it? What can I do to change the obstacle or to change my method so that the obstacle no longer is an obstacle to me? And I think once we have that mindset, and really martial arts is something that has given that to me and allowed me to use that in my personal and professional life, and I think it can do the same for anybody. When you have the mindset of someone that will never give up no matter what, you're going to find solutions to problems where the average person may not. And so that's going to differentiate you not only in a survival situation, but that's going to differentiate you to your boss or to the people that you do business with or to your clients. If they know that you're somebody that's not going to give up when you're presented with a tough problem, they're going to want to do business with somebody like that because you're committed. And it comes down to a commitment that should be able to transcend your life in every aspect. And so I really feel that it empowers anybody to be able to have the strength and the fortitude to overcome any obstacles that they're faced with in their life, be it a survival situation or something in their personal or professional lives. The warrior mindset is something we should all have.